You've heard the saying, it's the small things in life that matter, right? Well, it's true. A smile, a hug, small gestures, but they can have a huge impact. Think of our tongue, small part of the body, but the power of our words is enormous. It's the same with communication. The small things that we do as adults when we are communicating with children can have a huge impact on their ability to understand, to be able to tune into us, and to enjoy a shared experience with us. So in the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you 8 things that you can do when you are communicating with your child that will have a huge impact on their ability to participate. I'm Linda Phillips, speech and language therapist and founder of Parenting Autism, where we teach parents of autistic children key skills to help improve their children's communication and interaction skills. So let's think about those things that you can do as a parent to help your child understand what it is that you're saying to them. Number 1, speed. Many autistic children have real problems with processing spoken information. They tend to be better at processing visual information. So when we give an instruction, they may comply, but sometimes what's happening is they are using the environment to work out what it is that they are supposed to do, rather than actually having understood what you said to them. So by slowing down your speed and keeping your speech at a natural rhythm, but just on the slower side, it increases the likelihood that your child will be able to understand what you've just said to them. Number 2, name first. Again, autistic children are quite self-directed and have difficulty processing spoken information. So if we use their name before we start talking to them, it gives them just an extra moment to tune into us so that they are then in a position to hear what it is that we are saying. So instead of put your trains away, it's Johnny, put your trains away. Just increases the likelihood that they will actually hear and process that message. Number 3, simple language. Again, we're assuming that many children are having difficulty actually processing what it is that we're saying to them. So you want to keep your language on the simple side. Give one piece of information at a time. Don't overdo it and give them, go into the garden and get your books and bring them back to me. It's just not as likely that they will be able to follow that longer piece of information. Also, stick to the here and the now. So talk about what your child is doing now, the toys that they're playing with now, the things that they are eating now, the clothes that they are wearing now, rather than things that you will be doing later on in the day. Number 4, be specific. Autistic children often struggle with very general information, so if we say tidy up, your child may not actually go on and tidy up. But if you say pick up your trains, put them in that box, they may actually be much more likely to follow that piece of information. Number 5, repeat, don't rephrase. So again, this comes back to being able to process information. So if you give an instruction, say what you want to say, wait for the response, and then say it exactly the same the second time around. What we tend to do is we tend to rephrase. So we might say, pick up your trains. Johnny, I said, won't you pick up your trains, please? And what happens is that when your child hears it the second time around, it's a new piece of information which he or she has to start processing all over again. Whereas if you just repeat exactly what you said, it's not a new processing task, so it is easier for him or her. Number 6, incomplete sentences. So when we ask a child a question, for example, what do you want? They have to generate a response which involves unique language. So what do you want? I want an apple, which is quite difficult for some autistic children who've not yet got to the stage of being able to generate language. So what is much more helpful is if we produce most of the sentence and they just finish it off. So instead of "what do you want?" we say "Joe wants an," and then wait for the word apple, because it's more likely that you will get a response that way than if they just have to generate an entirely new sentence. Number 7, positioning. Because autistic children are self-directed and find it difficult to process spoken information, our positioning makes a difference to how they can comprehend what is going on. So if you get down onto their level when you are speaking and deliver the information face to face, it helps them to tune into you. I'm not suggesting that you insist on eye contact or anything like that, but you are just putting yourself into their space, which means it's easier to tune into what you are saying. And number 8, background noise, again comes back to difficulties processing spoken information. So if we've got lots of noise on the background from the television or from music, or the windows are open and there's a lot of noise coming in from outside, these are competing messages, and it's harder therefore for your child to actually listen to your voice and be able to tune into what it is that you're saying. So switch off the TV, switch off the music, and then deliver the instruction or tell them what it is that you want them to hear. So there you have it, 8 ways, small ways, things that you can do, but things that will have a big impact on your child's ability to understand what it is that you're saying and be able to respond to you. Thank you for watching this video. Now please tell me in the comments things that you find helpful when communicating with your child. And if you found this video useful, would you do me a favor? Would you share it on your social media so that other parents can hear this message? And to thank you for that, I'd like to give you a free gift to help you with your child's communication skills. You can claim it at www.parentingautismcoach.com.